Yo, welcome to The Big Take. I'm your host, John Bread, here to bring you the biggest take in professional open bodybuilding. I'm here to talk about Nathan Deasha and all the stuff that's been going on online and everything that he's been saying, for lack of a better term, for getting robbed or overlooked at the show. And obviously he's been doing it at a very, very, very high rate. And this is nothing new for Nathan Deasha. Usually, if he loses a show, he kind of does something similar. I think there's some good things about that, bad things about that, and everything in between. Now, you know, people that are extremely competitive, like a Nathan Deasha, when they lose, they don't take it well, right? You know the term, if you show me a good loser, I'll show you a bad winner. I think that's valid. At the same time, I kind of feel like Nathan Deasha is that guy, you know, if you guys get in a fist fight outside and you beat the shit out of him, he'll be like, it was cold outside, right? To a degree. I get that kind of energy from him. You know, he was on the Muscle Discord podcast, and he was, you know, saying that Steve might have a problem with him for whatever because he says controversial stuff or this and that. First of all, I really enjoy Nathan Deasha's personality. I like watching him talk shit all the time, or if he says something kind of out of pocket. I think it's all fun. I think it's awesome. You know, he says stuff like, you know, he keeps it real all the time. He says what's on his mind, which can be a strength. It can also be a weakness. You know, I'm somebody that delegates. I'm a little bit more precise with what I say and when I say it. Sometimes people need to hear that they're a fucking piece of shit, and I'm gonna tell them they're a fucking piece of shit. But ultimately, the way that I express myself, the way that I communicate with people, I'm doing it for the better good of myself, right? Everything is essentially strategic. Not every single thing, but kind of. It just makes a little bit more sense to me. And I don't know what the hell Nathan Deasha has said that's controversial. I know he's done some wild shit, but whatever. Let's get to the bodybuilding stuff. So I'm gonna do a comparison with Nathan Deasha and Behrouz, because Nathan believes that he washed Behrouz, right? Just to start out, Behrouz looked pretty good. You know, like I said on the last video, when Breon Ansley was like, he's number 2, number 3 in the Olympia, that's ridiculous. He's a good bodybuilder, but he's not that good, guys. At the same time, Nathan Deasha is a really good bodybuilder, very seasoned, accomplished bodybuilder, and he's really good, but he's not great. He's not, right? So the first thing that I want to point out, and I think this might be something that is working to Nathan Deasha's detriment when he's in these pro shows, is the midsection control. There's a difference between having a bad midsection and being able to control that midsection. I think it gets in the way of Nathan Deasha during transitions, pose to pose, even during the pose. I just think there's too much activity in the midsection. If you look at this video, the midsection doesn't know what it wants to do. It's just kind of everywhere. It's kind of in, it's in the mid, it's out, it's going in fast, it's opening slow, opening, closing fast. You know what I mean? There has to be some consistency in your midsection. Even if you just got a bubble gut and you're just holding a bubble gut and then you pull it back and you keep it there and then you let it out. Okay, but you can't have all of this going on. And I think Nathan Deasha has really great poses. I think when we go through these shots between him and Behrouz, I'm pretty sure I have him winning most of the shots. But I think that during the shots and in between the shots, that midsection is just fucking with him. So let's start out with the front double. I got Nathan in the front double. I don't see the long midsection as an issue. Nathan Deasha's abs look better when they're at like a half vacuum, opened up, pulled out, than they do when they crunch down. He's got the size up top, and he's got the wheels down bottom to make up for the long midsection. Behrouz looks decent in this shot, but it's not a landslide. Obviously, Nathan Deasha has the better quads and whatnot. I just think it's a better shot for Nathan, and I'm using the individual pose routine shots because, you know, a lot of the shots where they're all together as far as comparison shots. Either they're like too doctored up or there's not enough good ones, but these ones are very clear and they're not doctored up. So that's why I'm using these. Second pose, front lat, I give this to Nathan also. Same thing with the quads. Same thing with his midsection looking good when he pulls up like that. I think still during the shot, he could still hit a little bit better. There's some pictures where he's hitting it better than he is right here. But he's beaten Behrouz in this shot also. Side chest, I give this to Nathan also. It's not a landslide, but Behrouz is pretty good, but he's not that good. He's good, he's just not great. Let's see, side try, I didn't have any side try pictures of Nathan Deasha. Behrouz side try is decent. Nathan's side try is decent. The ones that I've seen, but usually the midsection gets a little bit funky in there, so we'll kind of just skip the side try. Back double, this is kind of tight. You know, Nathan Deasha on that podcast was talking about, look at the glutes, look at the hams. The glutes and the hams are all right. You know what I mean? They're not bad, but they're okay. You know what I mean? Behrouz kind of has the overpowering glutes. I like Behrouz's, have I been saying quads or hamstrings? I'm talking about hamstrings. Jeez, I don't know. I like Behrouz's hamstrings more than Nathan's. I just think that they're more proportional from top to bottom. Nathan starts out a little bit wide and then kind of comes down to the knee instead of just kind of maintaining that thickness throughout it. But it's pretty good hammies, right? It's not Nick Walker hammies. It's not Samson Dowda hammies, but it's decent. I'll give the back double to Behrouz. Back lat I also give to Behrouz, and it's kind of the same thing. It kind of comes down to the lower body. Nathan Deasha is significantly better than Behrouz when it comes to the front with the quads, not so much with the hammies from the back. Most muscular, this is when it's kind of a landslide here, and I want to make this point right now. And I think about this all the time. You know, for one, and let me not get ahead of myself. Let me stick to what's here. Nathan Deasha needs to cover himself up. Hand clasp, hoss. The little love handles or whatever you want to call it, cover it up. Do a hands clasp. It looks stronger. I think it's the strongest looking, most muscular pose that exists. Cover it up. Your midsection doesn't look good in the most muscular. Cover it up. Look denser. You know, at some points he hits the hands on hips. I don't understand why anybody hits the hands on hips. It just doesn't look good. I don't know why Nick Walker hits the hands on hips. I don't know why Nathan Deasha hits the hands on hips. I don't know why Andrew Jack hits the hands on hips. I just don't understand that pose. It's not symmetrical because you got one here, and it doesn't look strong. If you're holding your arm like this and somebody come and mush your arm like that, your arm going that way. If it's just sitting there on your hip and somebody mush your arm going that way. You got it right here, you're not moving. I don't understand the hands on hips. But anyways, I digress. Abs and thigh is not a great shot for either one of them. I don't know who wins. But ultimately, you know, Nathan Deasha is a very good bodybuilder. I just think he needs to work on his posing. I don't know about the stuff with him and Steve, but I know what he can do to improve his presentation on stage, and that's midsection control and posing. When you're hitting that most muscularly, you got to cover that up. Got to cover that up. Rubiel has probably the worst midsection, worst waist in bodybuilding. When he hits that most musky, covered up. He's got the biggest love handles in bodybuilding. When he hits that most musky, cover it up. You look stronger and you cover up your weakness. So I'll never understand that. But anyways, that's all I got to say, guys. I'm John Red, this Big Take, and I'm going bye.